pumpkins, which leads us into the food conversation here as part of the climate issue, right? Part of the climate issue is water, and it's the food. I'm hungry. This is, man, we got a lot of dailymail.co.uk here. Cost of living crisis could fuel spike in young women donating their eggs for 750 pounds a pop, experts say amid nationwide donor shortage. Oh, this is how they get our DNA. The cost of living crisis could fuel a spike in women donating their eggs, experts predict. Excuse me, women in the UK under the age of 35, like if you're 33, can sign up to offer eggs to give to infertile women undergoing IFE and earn up to 750 pounds a time. Every time. Wow. What is that? 700. I got to try to do some quick math here. 750 times 12. That's 9,000 pounds a year you can make. This is every month, huh? There's currently a dire shortage of egg donors and huge demand from the lizard people in the laboratories. No, I'm sorry. That's a joke, Susan. With women in some parts of the country forced to wait more than 2 years to start a family. Oh, look at that. The euphemism they use there. It's not any kind of research or some kind of database. No, it prevents them from starting their families. Charity bosses told Mail Online women may become more curious about donating their eggs over the coming months as cash becomes tight. Spiraling inflation in the Ukraine war is set to cause energy bills to nearly double this autumn, with food prices and fuel also expected to soar. However, experts said they wouldn't be surprised if more started to sign up for the procedure, quote, as a way of trying to earn more money. Yeah, no kidding. Why else would they do that? Just to be a good citizen? Come on. All right. So there you go. You have the cost of living, inflation, food shortages, and it's all kind of coming, and the climate, it's all coming to a head in this whirlwind of chaos that is causing people to do things that they would normally not do. And of course, this is next article, CNBC.com. Eurozone inflation hits another record of 9.1% as food and energy prices soar. Inflation continues to hit new records just as the European Central Bank mulls another large interest rate hike for next month. We're not going to go deep into the economics, but it's very dangerous to be raising interest rates if you're the central bank of anywhere. The Fed here in the United States is doing that because they say it's to fight inflation. If they do it too hard, the economy is going to crash, or it's going to have this crazy correction. And that could spin off a whole different kind of chaos, which maybe is exactly what they want for the reset. So I'm not going to read the rest of this. It's just a report and making my point here. And then, of course, CNBC.com again. Steve Hanke says we're going to have one whopper of a recession in 2023. Whopper of a recession. The U.S. economy is going to fall into recession next year, according to Steve Hanke, a professor of applied economics at Johns Hopkins University. And that's not necessarily because of higher interest rates. What? What are you saying? Quote, we will have a recession because we have had 5 months of zero M2 growth, money supply growth, and the Fed isn't even looking at it, he told the CNBC Street Signs Asia on Monday. Okay, so we'll get into, we won't get into all of the details here with the M1 supply. And by the way, they're looking at the M2 supply, or they're supposed to, because they stopped looking at the M1 because the M1 chart it was awful. Anybody that looked at the M1 chart would say, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna go into crazy. We're in recession." And the inflation rate is crazy. 20-30%. We have incredible amounts of supply. The US dollar being printed. This is not good. And I think we actually did a report on that moment when they're like, cut off the M1. Time to look at the M2, everybody. Because M1 does not give them the kind of data that they need to keep the propaganda rolling. So the takeaway here, I'm trying to summarize with, I know usually we dig into one particular story, but today we're kind of looking at a whole bunch of stuff going on, the heating up of the dial, so to speak. with the climate crisis worldwide. It just feels like now that COVID is over, it's climate time. It's climate time. You know, I don't remember who it was. Maybe was it before Macron, the French president or something like that? Somebody had warned, and it didn't turn out to be correct, but they were warning like, oh, you have 500 days. You have 500 days until the crisis, kind of threatening the public to go along with his climate policies or something. Which tells me like the 500-day thing didn't work out. Obviously, we're past the 500 days. We're well past it from when that guy said it. I could look it up who it is, but that's not the point. I think people that know what I'm talking about. But it does tell me that they do plan on really ramping up the climate issue, the climate chaos. And they're going to do it eventually. But they had to teach everybody, what to do. Hence COVID, right? If you get everybody to understand that during certain situations caused by the climate, here's what you do. You go lock down. Okay. You wait until your government goons are able to distribute the things you need. Okay. You stay put. So I don't know. It all seems very suspicious to me, but hey, I'm a crazy person. What do I know?